Right, guys, how we doing? Welcome to another Three Hammers podcast. First of all, just to get this out of the way, Lee is still having a few problems with his videos, so unfortunately, there's going to be no video of Lee this week, but we'll still have his sound. So, once again, we're here with Luke and Lee. How we doing, lads?
Doing
Hello, well, thank you.
Thanks.
Yep.
So, back again, and obviously coming off the weekend, we managed to beat Sunderland. Not an happy return for Big Sam. Very pleased for us, though. What are your thoughts?
Lee, I'll let you start.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Well, first of all, there was no sort of outright booing. I mean, slight murmurings, but less than I expected, actually. Performance-wise, much improved. Start, much quicker at the blocks, I thought. Got the goal just for half-time. Then they really came at us in the second half, and we did well to keep a clean sheet. Actually, Adrian pulled off a couple of good saves. But, I mean, most important thing is to get 3 points, and sometimes it's good to win ugly.
Yeah.
Some good performances out there as well. Byram, although he got his booking, obviously, I said this in my review, I thought he put in a very good shift at right back. I thought he looked very composed, and I think he's going to be a real player, Byram. And Antonio just, every week, just seems to get better, doesn't he? He just seems to get better and better every week.
The work rate and effort that he puts in is fantastic. It's unbelievable.
It's another one of those non-league guys, you know, that he just appreciates the chance he's been given, and sometimes it's great, you know. And hopefully he just keeps that same drive, because I hope he don't start believing I'm a Premier League player now. I don't need to work as hard.
The thing that pleased me was that both Payet and Lanzini had quiet games, yet we still managed to win.
Yeah.
So I think it's understandable. Lanzini, obviously, still just coming back from injury. You know, he's got to get up to fitness. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, good to see him back.
Yeah, I think Obiang could have come on a bit earlier. I think the ship needed to be steadied a little bit earlier than what he actually came on. I think he only come on at the 80th minute, didn't he?
Yeah. And I mentioned Adrian earlier, but what was he doing in the first half when he started doing kick-ups?
Oh, that's terrible. I only see it on Match of the Day.
It's nothing new, though, is it, really? Because he does that. He's prone to that. It's just he normally gets away with it.
Yeah. Jermaine, even at 33, has still got the pace to close him down.
Yeah. You fear that if he tries that against old Harry on Wednesday,
you don't think he would, though. I mean, after he did that, you could see Collins had a right go at him. So you know, I don't think he'll. Hopefully, he won't be doing that again.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, clean sheet, and he saved us actually towards the end. They did a couple of good saves. So,
the Sun actually gave him the man of the match actually, which I was quite surprised at.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because obviously I give Antonio man of the match.
Yeah, I would as well, definitely.
Yeah, but the Sun gave Adrian man of the match, actually. Yeah. So he pulled off the crucial saves to keep us in the game.
Great goal, great celebration.
Yeah, the celebration, fantastic.
Oh, God, what a celebration. I was really impressed with Bonner, actually, as well. He seems to be finding his feet now, doesn't he?
Yeah, last couple of weeks he's been
very composed.
Yeah, I was quite critical, actually, at the start of the season. I thought he was a bit dodgy on the ball, but actually, you know, perhaps you should have given him more time. New player coming to a new country.
And that's the thing.
To get in Juventus' squad, you've got to be a decent player.
There you go. I was just going to say the same thing. Like, and I know Luke said it before. Like, you don't play for Juventus at the back and be a rubbish defender. Do you know what I mean? So he's obviously.
But even to be a backup as well to arguably two of the best centre halves in the world in Chiellini and who's the other one? Is it? Yeah, two of the best centre halves in the world. To be their backup, you've got to be no mug. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Anyway, him and Collins got a good partnership at the moment.
Yeah. I like that. And as we've discussed before, I like that partnership of Bonner and Collins, and then you've got Reed and Tompkins. I like that, two partnerships. I like that.
No, that's good. Anyway, in all, I think I'll give that performance a 7 out of 10. But we still sit in 5th, guys, which is brilliant. You know,
well, we're 6th now. 6th now, we.
Oh, 6th, yes, because United did take us over. Yeah, that's right. But yeah, it's only 5 points is it behind City, or 4 points is it?
Yes.
And the good news, obviously, with City winning it yesterday.
No, we're 7. Is it 7?
I'm not sure, mate. I'm sure we're 6 because Southampton.
No, we're 6. I mean, points behind.
I think we're on 43 and they're on 47.
Right. So that's not far
and with
away.
City winning it yesterday, obviously, for those of you who don't know, Hammers fans, obviously it goes down to 6th place now, Europa League. So top 6 finish could be well on for some European football back at the Olympic Stadium next year, which would be brilliant, wouldn't it, guys?
Fantastic.
It will. I was having a look at the fixtures, and we've got a tough run coming up. So
definitely. This will be the real test. The Premier League games is actually Spurs. Is it Everton and Chelsea? Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure we've got after Chelsea, but it's tough games now. Obviously, fitting there, Man United in the FA Cup as well. Some very, very tough games coming up.
I'm actually worried. I'm worried about Chelsea now.
Yeah, because they're on it now.
I weren't before, but now I'm worried about that game.
They've not lost under Hiddink, have they? Apart from the PSG game. Yeah. Right, so guys, obviously loads of rumours about at the moment. I know Paul's very excited if it was pulled off, and I know Lee, you put out a poll, didn't you, on this? So, Ibrahimovic to West Ham, guys.
I mean, what can, that's the thing. There are people that are saying, "Oh, he's too old." Bollocks. Listen, any West Ham fan that would turn their nose up at Zlatan Ibrahimovic playing for West Ham, they are deluded. Sam's right. I'm sorry. That would be the biggest signing in the club's history, hands down. Hands down. You know?
I don't care how old he is. Berbatov, what was he, like 30 odd when he was at Man United as well? Great player.
Yeah.
Hollah was wanted by Man United when he was like 32 as well, and still would have done a job. And Ibra has like been the best in the world for the last 5-6 years. One of the best strikers in the world. I
think he's won. It's something stupid like he's won a title every season for the last 8 years or something like that. It's unbelievable, and he's still top goal scorer in Spain by a long way. Sorry, in France. Sorry, not Spain.
The shirt sales alone, surely as well, would pay his wages.
Yeah.
If he's coming, he's going on the back of my shirt.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
So
I completely agree with everything you said. My only concern is do we blow the budget on him?
Yeah.
That is my only concern.
Yeah.
When we are short in other positions.
Weak though. Where else?
Fullback, left back.
But the thing is, right? The thing is, I know what you're saying. If we signed Ibrahimovic, that means that we've got money coming in. Do you know what I mean? We wouldn't be able to sign him otherwise, you know. So I think if we signed him, that means we're going to, as the rumours are, we're going to have a big cash injection at the end of the season, possibly from the Qataris, which all adds up because obviously the Qataris own PSG. So, you know, there's a lot of links there. And I think if that happened and if we were to sign him, then I think we'd have more money. I think we'd have plenty of money.
But it's still that wage cap, isn't it? Like I totally agree with. We're definitely going to get taken over. They can deny it all they want, the Gold and Sullivans, but it's too much money.
Yeah.
And too much of a cash cow West Ham in that place that we won't be taken over. But yeah, it's more the wage thing, isn't it? It depends how much our wage budget can go up. And
it's something like, I think in it kind of, what is it? Is it 20?
It's some sort of percentage.
20%, I think it is, every year, something like that. So, you know, I don't know.
But it can go up 20 million, yeah.
But they're talking about giving Ibra 120 grand a week. That seems low to me. I don't think that's enough for him.
He must be one of those guys that's on like 300 grand a week.
Yeah, you would have thought so.
At least $250,000.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think 120 grand seems low, but. You know, I'm looking forward to see what happens in the summer.
Yeah.
Very, like I say, very, very strong rumours that we're being taken over in the summer, that it's done, that we're going to have a massive cash injection. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah. Usually... go on, Lee. I'll let you finish, so, mate.
I was going to say, usually when there's a cash injection, there's a marquee signing that follows very quickly. Yeah. If you think Man City, it was Fabinho.
Yeah.
You know, he was one of the best players in the world when they signed him.
Oh, definitely.
Chelsea, you know, they signed tons of players, didn't they? But there's always a marquee signing, and could he be ours?
I think so.
There's a marquee signing for the stadium, surely, as well.
Yeah. Well, they've said that all along, haven't they? They've all said that all along, that when we move in, there's going to be a big signing to mark the arrival. And like you say, that there's going to be money coming into the club, or there's going to be a takeover. Definitely, all this, the Sullivan and Gold saying, "Oh no, we're here for life," and nah. No, we're not.
The biggest.
But they've already said that they wouldn't sell unless it was to someone like the King of Arabia or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Someone with ridiculous money.
I think it will be done as sort of, they will come in as silent partners first, and then they'll ease their way to take over. You know, like just so they're still there as the face, as chairman, possibly that sort of. Like, it seems like Everton's done that, where they've only taken over 49%. So Bill Kenwright's still the face of the club. I don't know.
I think the biggest telltale sign for me was sticking that god awful London on the badge.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it was just obvious that something was happening.
Because that's just a marketing ploy, isn't it? That's just a marketing.
Can I just say as well, who designed that badge? It's terrible.
I know it's been done on someone's
It's the logo
Microsoft
of the Free
Paint.
Hammers, isn't it?
No, the Free Hammers logo is based on it, but I think our logo's better. Seriously,
Okay.
I don't. No, I mean, look at that. Look at that. How can you beat that?
Well, they have to take the castle back because we're not there.
I know they had to take. Well, they had to take the castle out because of the bowling, but whatever, man. Even like the shape of it, the hammers. I don't know. It's nice. Like the new badge looks like it's been drawn up by a 5-year-old on Microsoft Paint. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not looking
at transfer guys that I keep reading as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain. I'd be very, very excited if we sign someone like that. What do you think?
I'd take him. I'd take him.
Sorry, Lee.
I think it.
No, go on.
I think we're going to lose Mose at the end of the season, so we're going to be short in the winger position. If Arsenal are selling, I think we should be in the injury prone. I know, not a great goal scoring record, but it's pace.
He's still a pup as well, really, isn't he?
And if we are going to have that Swede up front, someone like that supplying from the wing.
It's just the thought of having him is just unreal. It really is unreal.
But then, would you want him to come in and then push out Antonio?
I think there's place for both of them.
Yeah, really, we need a left.
I don't know, because you say that because that left winger slot is going to be taken by Payet or Lanzini.
But if we get into the Europa League, you need a squad.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. Yeah. That
Thursday, Sunday is a killer.
Yeah.
And we don't want to be getting relegated next season.
We have not got a big enough squad even now.
No.
We've got loads of options. Like I said in the review, the bench was fantastic the weekend, but still a couple of injuries to a centre half now, and we're a little bit left short. Right back, we're short at the minute.
Talking about squad depth, I saw a tweet from a Bradford fan in midweek, said that Cullen have been outstanding, and the future of English football is very bright with them too. So, with you throw in Samuelson as well at Peterborough, who's been doing great.
Yeah,
we've got obviously got Oxford on the bench as well. So it's good to see some youth players.
We've still got what's his name, Diego Poyet to come back as well.
Diego Poyet, yeah.
How's he been getting on at Charlton? Do you know? Have you seen anything?
I think he's getting good reviews, mate. Yeah,
I think he's been injured recently, but it can't be easy because Charlton are dreadful at the moment. I think they're towards the bottom of the Championship. So
I think that's good character building, though, to go to someone like that.
Yeah.
Was it you that said that Oxford actually turned down a chance to go somewhere?
Yeah, apparently he wanted to captain because the the under-21s are in the semi-finals of the cup, and he wanted to captain them to the.
Because I would like to see Oxford go out on loan if he's not going to be used. I think it just makes them that year in the Championship toughens them up. That's a real man's league. That.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm an expert. Obviously, I'm not a professional footballer, but it seems you go down there for a year and you're sorted out. It makes or breaks you. That does that year in the Championship.
All the best players have done it. Beckham, Lampard, Carrick, Defoe.
Yeah,
they've all gone out on loans early on in their career, and as you say, they've all.
Look at Sturridge. When Sturridge was it wasn't Championship, but when he went to Bolton that year.
Bolton, made him.
Yeah, and Jack was there as well. When young Jack Wilshere was there,
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway, guys, on players, obviously we're doing topics every week now, aren't we? About obviously last season at Upton Park, we've done best goals, we've done best matches. Today, guys, best and worst players. Now, the best players, obviously, loads come to mind, don't they? We could list off loads. The worst one was actually the hardest bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's list off our best players, guys.
Well, so, we spoke about it obviously before starting the video. So I mean, we've got a bit of a list there.
Remember, guys, as well. Stone always says this every video. For our generation, me, Paul and Lee, is mid-90s to present day. Obviously, we missed all the Trevor Bookings, the Alan Devonshire's, Bobby Moores. Ours is from like sort of your Johnny Artson era upwards, probably Julian Dix era, sort of that era.
Yeah, I mean, if you said, sorry, Lee, go on.
I was going to say, let me put a question to you both on this subject. Right now, here and now, in your team, Payet or Di Canio?
Paolo.
Paul? Di Canio goes in my team, but Payet is a better player.
Yeah.
It depends actually where he's playing as well.
Both had that edge of the seat moment.
Yeah.
They both get you like, whoa, he's going to score in a minute, sort of thing, innit?
Di Canio was just absolute magic.
It's the Maverick.
Yeah, he was magic. He was absolute magic to watch. But then you forget about all the times like that he wouldn't play away up north and all this rubbish. You know, talent-wise, actual talent, skill, I think Payet's better.
Yeah, I think with Paolo as well. Paolo's not a team player. I love the man. I absolutely love the man. But Payet is definitely a team player. Paolo he wants to be the hero. He wants the moment to himself.
Yeah. But then we loved him for that.
No, mate, I love Paolo. You know, he's my hero.
Of course, yeah.
Paolo. Yeah.
Are they the best two players to play in the claret and blue at Upton Park?
And Tevez.
For our era, yes, and Tevez, yeah.
Of all time?
Not, I don't know because we.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Nudge Trevor Book.
But you got your bookings and your Bonzes.
Yeah, but where we obviously didn't see them, it's hard for us to say. Yeah. So in our lifetime, our generation.
Me and Paul were discussing this before we went live. A young Joe Cole as well, and for me, Rav on certain occasions could have been one of the best players that's ever played for West Ham if he would have carried on.
That little run that Morrison was on in the team, I mean, I remember saying when we was over there, this guy's going to play for Barcelona. He was that good.
No, it was, mate. He had that
when he first came into
excitement, that direct, wasn't he? Obviously, a player we always talk about, guys. Our generation, Trevor Sinclair,
phenomenal.
Fantastic.
Big fan of Trev. Yeah, I love Trev.
Trev, you know, he made it in the England team as well. In his time at West Ham, went on to play for Man City. Great player, great player, Trev.
And of course,
goals in
put that ball across for Di Canio to score that wonder goal.
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to talk about achievements and what they achieved in the game, you would have to talk about Frank Lampard, Rio Ferdinand.
Yeah. It wouldn't be fair to leave them out, would it?
For what they've, Carrick, of course, for what they went on and achieved, you know, they have to be up there. They have to be as much as we might hate Fat Frank. You know, you can't deny his career.
Mate,
you know.
You can't. Love. I'd like to have mention of Scotty Parker as well because he carried us. You know, he carried us for like 3-4 years. He was a great player.
I maintain that we ruined that man.
Oh, we did. His knees are shot.
Absolutely ruined him. It's a shame to see him struggling at Fulham now. I mean, what a player he was.
Oh, mate, he was. A few other players I've got on the list, guys. Obviously, I was taking notes as we was going on. Isle Berkovic, big fan of him at the time. Yeah. Lovely player. Yossi, what a player he was. Nobby Solano, I know he weren't there long, but he scored some great free kicks, had some great passing, didn't he? What about centre halves, guys? Like Stimac for me.
Yeah.
I thought that era again. Margas, Stimac, Rio Ferdinand, Ian Pearce. Loved Ian Pearce. Come up with good goals every so often.
He had that horrific injury, didn't he? He would have been an England player. Definitely would have played for England, I think.
Who would have played for England? More Dean Ashton.
Dino, yeah, of course.
What about Dino? Yeah, what a player he was. Everton, when he was at West Ham, was a very good player.
Again, do you know we haven't mentioned as well? Freddie Canute.
Freddie Canute, he went on, didn't he? And become obviously, if we're going on achievements, you've got to put Mascherano in there. Obviously, a Champions League winner, World Cup finalist. But Aidan Mullins obviously went on.
I was about to say Aidan Mullins. Yeah.
Well, you know, you got to feel sorry for Mascherano, really, innit? When you're coming into a team that's got Aidan Mullins, you just got no
Nigel
chance.
Quasi. That's one for the worst.
Quasi, yeah.
There's one for the worst, guys. Nigel Quasi. Let's go on to the worst, guys. Okay, I've got loads, absolutely loads.
Unfortunately, that's a lot. It's a much longer list.
And a lot of these as well, if you look, are in that sort of Harry Redknapp. You know, obviously, for every one gamble that paid off, 7 didn't.
Yeah.
We've got Rebrov, Ian Dowie, One Chop, Titi Camera, Barmalt, Maiga, Savio, Pogatetz, Kovacs. We could go on and on.
Yeah.
On and on.
I remember when we sold Rio Ferdinand, it was 15 million, I think. Not only did it pay for the new stand, but the two players he bought in, you've mentioned one Camera, but Rigobert Song as well.
But wasn't he quite good for us?
Song was right, yeah. Song was right.
I remember him being quite good. I might be wrong.
But in terms of wasting funds, loads of money on those two players.
Yeah.
It's,
not exactly value for money, yeah.
But Savio.
I mean, we had another... Savio was meant to be the new everything, wasn't he?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Who was the guy we signed from Inter Milan? The winger.
Oh, Jimenez.
Jimenez, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Jimenez. Yeah, that's
That
another
never
one.
quite
Yeah.
worked. Yeah. And another Camara, actually, Henry Camara.
Who was the Mexican guy? Who was the Mexican? Was that him?
Pablo Barrera.
Pablo Barrera. Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened to him? Yeah.
He was like one of the best players in the Under-20 World Cup, and then came to us and all of it tits up.
We've had loads of like these players that come and score like 1-2 goals. Ilan, Franco, Tristan.
Franco was good for us. Franco was a very good player. He was a very, very good player. You could tell we had that intelligence.
Yeah, because on his debut, weren't it? It was like, the new Paolo, because obviously he had that brain, didn't he? That Italian brain.
Yeah, I said at the time, he reminded me a lot of Teddy Sheringham. Because
Teddy's a good player, actually.
Yeah. He was very, very clever player.
Definitely.
Thinking of fullbacks, one that went from brilliant to awful, Sebastian Schemmel.
Yeah,
fantastic in his first season.
And then on the
another fullback, Gary Charles. Dreadful.
I was going to say, same as Schemmel, but on the other side, Ilunga. Fantastic, until we signed him. Fell off a cliff.
Who?
Ilunga.
Oh, Ilunga, yeah.
Ilunga.
Yeah.
And for his FA Cup final co-heroics as well.
Pencil was a legend. So was Thomas Repka.
Oh, well, but Tom did go on to be a good player, to be fair.
He was a good player.
He did go on to be a good player for us. Yeah. Oh, Christian Daly. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, God. Oh,
he had one of the best ever songs, though.
Oh, yeah, but Christ almighty. Roger Johnson, guys.
Relegation Roger.
Relegator.
Roger Johnson.
Yeah. Roger Johnson, season ticket holder. Some good fullbacks. Stuart Pearce, Nigel Winterburn, Rufus Brevitt. Even Chris Powell was good. I think he was like 37 when he was at the club, wasn't he, Chris Powell? I think
it's weird, all those players you've listed were at the end of their careers when they came to West Ham, but did better jobs than some of the younger ones we've had.
Yeah. And then that's back to Ibra, isn't it? Ibra's 34. He will probably do a better job.
Yeah.
Than another striker you could probably go and buy. Like, he will go and do a better job than, say, if we paid 30 million for someone like Bonnie, or you said last week, was it Benteke?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
where do we stand on Colton Cole?
Legend.
Yeah, legend.
He might not have been the best. He weren't the best player, but he was a fantastic servant for the club. He loved the club. He got on great with the fans. He
got some important goals.
Yeah, he's got some important goals. He put his all into it.
Under Zola, he was unplayable. There was 2 seasons when he got in the England squad. He was one of the best strikers in the Premier League.
Who was that left back we had from Chelsea? He was really good, and then his career went off the bowl. Was it John Harley?
Oh yeah,
I remember
him. He scored one of the best goals I've ever seen in the West Ham
on his debut. Against Sheffield United on his debut.
Yeah.
Did he either go or come from Leeds?
We come from Chelsea, weren't it?
He played for loads of clubs.
No, he was a good little player. He was at the time. We had Luke Chadwick at one point as well. I remember him playing.
Lucas Neal was great fullback.
Neal,
great captain.
Yeah. I liked Lucas. Stone, your hero, and you've not even mentioned him. The Irish left back.
Oh, George McCartney. What a player.
Yeah, you haven't even mentioned him.
Unbelievably, that man is still unattached.
Really?
He cannot get a club.
No,
he hasn't played.
Solid player, though, wasn't he?
I thought in that year, the last year, obviously the year we were struggling, but he was outstanding for us that season at left back.
Good, solid.
Big fan of George.
Yeah. Steve Lomas, sorry, just has to get an honourable mention. What about goalkeepers, guys? Just quickly on best, worst goalkeepers.
Have we had a bad goal? Like, seriously, right? From Ludo, have we had a really bad goalkeeper?
Well, so when Xhaka got injured,
Bernard Lama,
Xhaka broke his leg.
Craig Forrest was a bit dodgy.
Yep. We had Ian Fuhr, who was like a 6'6" geezer.
Sasa
Ilic, yeah.
He conceded 4 against Everton.
Yeah, on his debut. Brilliant. Didn't play again, I don't think.
Yeah.
Stephen Bywater.
Oh, Richard Wright.
Dreadful.
Wright played for us, didn't he? Yeah.
The legend that is
£50,000 a week sitting on Man City's bench.
Obviously, we've had the likes of David James.
Yeah.
Good goalkeeper. Xhaka.
Adrian. Yeah. Rob Green. I'm a big fan of Rob. Kept us up. Yeah. Bobby Zamora. Can I add Bobby Zamora actually? Because he's pure passion for the club.
West Ham boy. So.
Seems like a lovely guy as well. Okay, quickly, guys. Best and worst against. Obviously, worst against, as Paul said earlier before, it's quite hard to pick a worst player against because you're not really watching who the worst players are. Obviously, I just dropped Heskey's name in there because it seems to be a good name on YouTube. so Heskey, there we go.
still going strong at the moment at Bolton.
Yeah. Got a worst player that you've seen against us? Worst?
I mean, it depends. I don't know. What can you... Like, I'm trying to think of players that fouled at other clubs, because that's all you can do, really, isn't it? Like, players like fucking Bebe for Man United. Do you remember when he got smashed up in the air by... what's his name? Oh, what was his name? Who's the defender we had?
Oh, Tal Benaim.
Benaim, yes. But I don't know. It's difficult because, like you say, I mean, you're not that familiar with the other team's bad players, are you? So
No.
it's very difficult.
Okay then. What about the best guys? Obviously, you can name the obvious. I can't you? Thierry, Zola, Shearer, Beckham, Rooney, etc. But is there any like ones that you forget? You know, like little gems where you've seen fantastic performances. Like for me, Fernando Torres, when he was at Liverpool, incredible. I think he was the difference. I think did we lose that game 3-2? I think it was Zavon Hines' debut, but it was one of the best performances I've seen from a player in Torres.
Let's not forget that Mr. Messi has played at Upton Park.
Yeah.
That doesn't quite count.
No, but he has though. Yeah.
Not against us, unfortunately. But,
Obviously, Cristiano as well. I've seen Cristiano Ronaldo.
Oh yeah. How do we forget about him?
Giggs, young Giggs,
Bergkamp,
absolute one of the best players I've ever seen in my life. Bergkamp, pure elegance.
I mean, I'm thinking of players that have performed well against us. Yaya Toure, I think I mentioned.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Yeah, if I want to say one of the best performances I've seen against West Ham, again, not a massive start, is Ian Taylor for Aston Villa. Like,
always scored.
Tuck us in for fun, that guy. Kevin Davis, players like
Kevin
that
Davis,
for Bolton, always scored against us. Michael Owen.
Actually, have record against Bolton at Upton Park was dreadful.
Oh, it was.
Absolutely dreadful.
It was. Definitely. Anyone else?
Not long to go now. Not long to go till we move out the stadium. Getting close. Not many games left.
No, mate, not at all. It's getting quite sad, actually. It's getting quite emotional now. Obviously, moving on, guys. Obviously, it's the last ever one. It's that fixture that every West Ham fan looks for. Obviously, Wednesday, Paul is coming over to watch that game. West Ham Tottenham, guys. Biggest game of the season. I know they act like it doesn't mean anything to them.
It does.
But it means just as much to them as it does to us.
It does, yeah.
So that's this season, because if they win and Leicester lose, they're top of the league. So
yeah.
That pains me to say that.
I think we're going to win. I do. I don't. It's just a feeling. I just feel like. I know everything's against us. They're on an incredible run of form at the minute. But I just expect us to win. I'm a dreamer. What can I say?
I hope you're right.
They are usually very close games.
Yeah.
West Ham Tottenham at Upton Park. I don't know if you've got the last 5 results, but they are usually quite close matches.
Obviously
it seems like ages since we played them. That bloody last minute goal, obviously in the last home match against them.
Yeah. So this guy, for viewers that are watching who was expecting a preview from myself, this podcast is going to count as the Tottenham preview, because it was nice to get a few from all of us, because obviously it is the biggest game of the season for the West Ham fans. We love this game. So I'll start as I usually start my preview, should I, guys? Right, they're obviously sitting in second on 54 points, and some bookies even have them as favourites to win the league. What do you think on that?
I agree. I think they are favourites. They've had a tremendous season. Can I just say up front, I hate saying this. It makes me sick to say this, but they've had an outstanding season.
Oh, they have.
They have. After Leicester, they deserve to win the league.
If he was at any other club, Pochettino, I'd be saying, what a manager. What a manager. What a job he's done. The mix of the youth and stuff. He's just really got a great balance in that team. He's signed very well as well, hasn't he?
Speaking to some Tottenham fans in work, they keep telling me that they're one injury away from collapse, because they haven't got a squad. They've got 11 very good players.
If Harry gets injured, then who have they got? That Son's not a bad little player, but I don't know.
Yeah, if Ericsson, they keep saying Ali or Kane, who are probably their danger men.
Yeah, I love Ericsson as well. If we're picking out players to watch, guys, obviously I always do that. I picked Kane, Ericsson, Dele Alli, and I also writ down great defence, because them two together, the world, and Vertonghen are fantastic, aren't they?
Yeah.
Best goalkeeper in the league in Lloris?
One of,
yeah.
Definitely one of, yeah. So
between him and
Mignolet,
I think.
looking at the record, guys, obviously, we've not beat them in our last 3 games against them. Obviously, that was coming off winning 3 in a row against them. We obviously lost 1-0 last year at Upton Park, and that was Eric Dyer, wasn't it, in the last minute?
Yeah.
There was a 2-2 at their ground that year. Obviously, Harry Kane scored in the last minute, and then obviously this year, we don't even want to talk about that, where we got tucked in 4-1.
We could talk about Lanzini's stunning goal
Yeah,
at the end of that match.
it was a great goal. Yeah. So, yeah, our record in the last 6 games against them is 1-3, drawn 1, lost 2. So, really, it looks like another loss for me. I don't know.
Well, like I say,
Game.
I'm ever the optimist. So I think we're gonna win. I do. I think we're gonna win. Like they know, the team knows, Slav knows how big a game this is. Do you know what I mean?
Didn't they know that at White Hart Lane when they battered us 4-1?
It's different at home, though, isn't it?
Was Payet was
we
a
had,
game?
we had a lot of injuries actually.
Payet was
in that
injured,
game.
Yeah.
That was the start of our injury run.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So looking at it, guys, obviously they lost their last game was they lost in the FA Cup to Palace. Their last league loss though came to Leicester 1-0, and they're actually 6th undefeated in the Premier League. So they're on a fantastic run. So
and they've only lost 3 all season, is that right?
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be really, really, really tough. Looking at their top goal scorers, Kane's got 19, Lamela 9, and Ali 7. Obviously, the last game weekend, was it Swansea? Came from behind to win. I don't know. They seem to have a lot of luck on their side.
Then you're talking about records like they've like 6 games, whatever, blah blah blah. But we haven't lost at home for 6 months.
That's very true.
So
it's just as hard for them as it is for us. It's going to be tough, though. It is going to be tough. But yeah, hopefully you coming over gives us the luck that we need, to go on and win it. What's our predictions, guys? Come on. And what do you think about, obviously, let's talk about us actually, just before we do the predictions. Let's talk about us. Obviously, Antonio will be filling at right back. Mm-hmm. That's obviously definitely a weakness they're going to look at, isn't it?
Yeah. I saw something on Twitter earlier today, and I don't agree with this, but I'm just going to put it out there because I think we miss him too much when he doesn't play in midfield. Coyote at right back.
No, I don't know.
I would keep him in midfield. I think that's going to be the key battle. That's going to be the key battle, isn't it?
I can't see him doing that well at right back anyway, to be honest. I can't really see him there.
No, I don't know. I think Antonio does all right there, to be honest.
Yeah. I'd stick with Antonio.
If Winston Reed's fit, I don't play him at right back, for heaven's sake. Do 3 at the back.
I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, not for a game like that, I wouldn't switch the system.
No.
We've done that once this season. Southampton.
I read Sacco could be on the bench, so that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
I would start Carroll up front.
I think he will.
I would start Carroll. I would
thought Emeneki was quiet on the
I would start Carroll. Get the balls in, cause them a bit of trouble early doors, see how we get on.
Mm-hmm. They've got a young centre with, because Vertonghen's injured, it's Vimmer, I think his name is, and he's quite young, hasn't played too many Premier League games. Get Carroll up against him. Batter him in the first couple of minutes. Obviously,
I look at the predictions from, obviously, the famous guys. Lawrenson and Paul Merson both put 1-1.
Right.
They both predicted 1-1.
I'd bite your hand off for that right now.
I would take 1-1.
I reckon a 2-1 either way. Could go either way. But I reckon I think we're going to win.
One of those classics, though. One of them 4-3s.
Yeah.
Games.
I reckon I'll say 2-1 to us. That'll be. There you go. 2-1 to us.
I think there'll be goals. I'm going to say 2-2.
1-1. I'm gonna sit on the fence with Mark. A good big fan of West Ham. Mark Lawrenson, isn't he?
Loro.
Yeah.
What a gent.
If we do win, though, guys, obviously we are absolutely flying. If we win, we're flying. Let's go on to fan questions, guys. This one's in from Tommy on Twitter. He says, do you think we will get the extension? So that's obviously the 54 to 60. If so, do you think this will do for the club 60,000? Surely that's enough for now.
For now, yeah.
We'll definitely get it. I mean, if you look at the sales, it's difficult because it's only the first season going into the ground. Obviously, there's so much hype into it. But I've been reading recently, if you look at the actual numbers, I think there are something like 40,000, 35,000 people currently left still on the waiting list for a season ticket, and there's only like 9,000 seats left. So if they take that up to, what is it at the minute, 54,000, if they take that up to 60,000, that's another 6. There's still a huge waiting list for season tickets. I mean, it looks like pretty much every single game next season is going to be sold out.
Yeah. So you're going to get the away fans that will just want to go to see it. I know Lee's very much like that. He likes to see the new grounds and stuff, promoted clubs and stuff. Yeah.
It's an opportune moment to tell our viewers to scroll down our YouTube videos and see the one I did about our move to Olympic Stadium. It's worth a watch.
Yeah, I'll put a link. As well for that, yes.
Linking in, this guy sends us quite a lot of questions now. He seems to be a big fan of the show. It's Drafi Sacco's son, apparently that's his name. It links into the Olympic Stadium question, actually. He says, do you think we will fill the stadium come the 3rd, 4th, 5th season? He still feels we will pack it out.
It depends how we do it.
If we're signing players of Ibrahimovic's quality, we will sell out no problem every single week, frankly. If we're still a Premier League club, we will sell out every week. If we're not a Premier League club, I worry.
Yeah, I mean, it's impossible to predict because it depends how we're doing. If we get taken over by billionaires and like Lee says, we start bringing in the big names, then yeah, of course we'll still fill it.
He sent in another 2 questions, actually. Sorry, 2 more questions from Drafi Sacco's son. He is from Belfast, so we'll give him a couple more.
Really?
He says, how do you compare Oxford now to when Rio started coming through?
When I remember when Rio made his debut, and it was a very build-wise very similar. Both tall, skinny.
Yeah.
Oxford always seems to look like a giraffe. He's very strange. I think Rio was a better player, dare I say, at that age, mainly because he had more opportunities. I think Harry Redknapp threw him in at 17, I think he was, when he made his debut. So right now, I'd say Rio's the better player. That said, Oxford looks an outstanding talent.
Yeah,
definitely. To be linked with like Man City and stuff, how true them rumours are, I don't know, but yeah.
I don't think we've seen quite enough of Oxford yet to say one way or the other.
No.
But obviously, from what we have seen, he looks like a fantastic prospect.
Yeah. Last question. Is this the most promising set of youth we've had since the days of Lampard, Rio and Carrick, etc.? He says, I hope this helps the podcast. Happy Hammers from the Belfast.
Cheers, mate.
So is this the most promising team, youth sort of team since Lampard, Rio, Carrick, etc.?
Yeah, I think so. I said earlier about the Bradford fans hyping about Cullen and Burke. Burke did well last season for us as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're very well covered at centre half, actually. Not so much in the attacking positions.
You've got Samuelson as well.
Samuelson obviously to come back next season, hopefully.
Very exciting.
I'd say yes. I think you sort of George Moncur, that players were never quite ready to make the cut at West Ham. I know Allardyce never really gave him a chance.
No.
Dan Potts, I thought perhaps could have been given a bit longer at West Ham.
Definitely, for me, doesn't have a future at the club.
No, I agree.
He's one of these guys that's very comfortable. Like, he's happy earning these sort of $3-4 grand a week, and he thinks he's made it.
Yeah, no, I yes, in short, I think yes.
Yeah. I think I'd say
Go on.
I was just gonna say I'd say probably the best. I'd say the lads we've got now, as the names we've mentioned, probably got the best chance of making it. But quality-wise, I don't think they're on the same level.
Well, it's time will tell, isn't it? It's one of those.
Time will tell. But I'd be very, very surprised if they do match the likes of Rios and Lampards.
It's actually a young player. He signed the same day as Reece. His name's Joe Powell. Obviously, I used to work at a school, and I actually coached him when he was like in year 9. He is absolutely fantastic. If he makes it, obviously he's only 17. I think he could play left wing and centre mid. Very exciting player to look out for, guys. Joe Powell. If you've seen him, known him, guys, please leave some comments. He's a great player. He used to goals from the halfway line.
My fear is that if we do get bought out, we are bringing more money. These players will never get a chance in the first team.
That's the issue as well, isn't it? I think a good club bloods their youngsters as well. Like Tottenham are doing that now. Man United's of the past. have done that for years. Obviously, that's the big problem with Man United now. They're not building. They're just trying to buy quick success. And then you get people like Ronnie Radford yesterday, or whatever his bloody name is, scoring 2 goals. And it just shows, doesn't it?
He'll be playing in the Euros, mate.
Oh, mate, he's in the England team next week. No doubt about it.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Yeah. Right, guys, last question is from a bit of a Hammers legend, really, on Twitter, Slavomir. I know he's a big fan of our channel, big fan of West Ham TV, Hammer and Talk. Just a quick one, he says, so what should we do on Wednesday to stop Harry Kane from scoring against us? So what defensive formation would you choose? And with whom do you think we will play the cup final? So let's start. How do we deal with Harry?
Kick him.
I think, kick him, one. He's got a broken nose at the moment, so maybe a fling from Collins.
Yeah, get ginger on him.
Cheeky elbow. But, good players are hard to stop, and I hate to say, and I was convinced he was a one-season wonder, but he's proved me wrong, unfortunately. Hopefully he's a two-season wonder. Good players find a way to score goals, and, how do you stop good players?
I don't like the man, but what did he get? 20-odd last year, he's on 19 this year. I don't know. He seems like one of them players. I expect him to score if he plays.
He's one of these players that will do nothing, absolutely nothing, for 89 minutes, and he'll pop up and score the winner.
2-2 last year, he did nothing.
Yeah.
But then he still scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then who do you think we're going to play in the cup final? Well, if we get there, Slav, I'd like to see us play. I think it's good to go and play the best. So go and play Arsenal or someone like that.
I think, looking how Hiddink done, I think they're under a lot of pressure to win something, considering their league position. I think Chelsea will get to the final. And if it's against us, then who knows?
Yeah, I'm quite nervous about the Man United game now after yesterday.
I am now. They've picked up a bit.
Yeah.
And, Mr. whatever his bloody name is, Radford, will probably continue on a bit of a hot streak.
Yeah, it seems like they've got a bit of belief now, doesn't it?
Players like Januzaj coming back yesterday, I saw. Obviously been away at Dortmund. And
Yeah, he was a good little player, wasn't he? The Pie he's looking good the last sort of 2 games as well. Yeah, after sort of a very poor season, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, he hasn't really had much opportunities, has he? Because, when the Marshall came in, sort of pushed the Pie out a bit, yeah, but I don't know. I agree. Man United worries me, and now, like I say before, Chelsea worry me now as well. I'm worried about Chelsea overtaking us in the league. As unlikely as that seemed a few weeks ago, I'll be looking over his shoulder now at them.
Yeah, definitely, because they look like a proper form team now, don't they? That's all the questions, guys, this week. I think we've covered quite a lot this week, guys. We've covered Ibra, we've covered Sunderland, Spurs. Good, nice show, guys.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. I hope you enjoyed the content, guys. As I said in my review, if you've not checked it out, we've got some very exciting things coming up. More so next season. We're going to do some exciting stuff. We're not going to announce anything yet. We're just going to see how we go. 2022 is it away now from 100 subs? If we get those 100 subs, guys, we are going to do a little competition. Nothing major, just a little prize to say thank you. So get us out there, guys. Get sharing our stuff. Obviously, quicker it gets to 100, quicker I can do that competition.
Yeah, brilliant. Fantastic. Right, thanks again for joining us, lads.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it again.
Yeah, it was good. As Luke says, we've got loads of videos coming up. I'll be over for the Tottenham game, so there'll be no doubt a video there. I'm going to do the vlog. Basically, I'm going to...
Like a Spencer-inspired blog.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'll basically just be recording my journey over, meeting up before the game, a few clips from the game, and afterwards, it might be interesting, might be fun to watch.
Yeah, tour to go up. We keep saying it, but it will go up, guys. It's just we don't want to put the videos out too early because there is obviously some international gaps coming up.
Yeah,
and we'll try and fill those international gaps with still West Ham content for you guys out there.
Yeah, right, brilliant. So yeah, once again, everyone, please do like and subscribe.
Yeah, Lee, get your camera sorted for next week, mate.
Yeah, sort your camera out, Lee.
Yeah. As always, guys, please like, please subscribe, keep believing. Come on, you irons. Let's go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.